Hello, good morning. Today I want to talk about a very important topic for me and I think also for many other people, especially women. It's about our self-doubt, our inner critic, and how we can get a grip on it so that it doesn't hinder us in so much in what we want to do, where we want to go. And the inner critic or the self-doubt we all have in us, and for certain women it's talking more about their career, the business life. For others, it's more present in their personal lives or as parents, or sometimes it gets to our bodies, telling us things that we are not young enough, we are not thin enough, we are not beautiful enough, whatever it is that it tells us. And sometimes, actually, most of the times, it's also very much in our creative lives. Once we want to really do something that means something to us, that follows our passion, it can be very harsh and very present. And the good thing is, I think, to realize that what this voice wants wants to protect us from potential emotional damage. And in the past, it had a very functional, it was very functional, because it wanted to make sure that we are still accepted in the group, we are not left alone, we are protected, because no one could survive by itself, by her or herself. But nowadays, the voice is often just hindering us from walking down the path we want to do, or that we want to walk down, from following our heart, from doing what we love, from speaking out from our intuition. So it's hindering us. And just imagine all the joy and the new learnings and everything that doesn't come into existence if we don't follow our inner voice, because of our self-critic and self-doubt. But so it's there, it's in our heads, and it often can control us, but it's also good to realize that we can get a grip on it. And the best way to do it, so I read in Tara Moore's Playing Big Book, which I think it's brilliant, even though I've only read the first chapter, but it was already amazing and worth the whole book. So the most important thing is to first of all to realize that it's the voice and not us. So we are not our thoughts, we are not the voice, we are not our inner critic. And the things that we hear from the inner critic are not true, because it will tell us anything that it has to tell in order to stop us from our endeavors. It wants to keep us where we are, because this place is what we know, this is safe, and it doesn't want us to get on any other spiritual, passionate journey, because it's a potential risk. So therefore it will make up things that are just not true. And it's important to realize that we are not our thoughts. And it's also good to label it as, I hear my inner critic talking again, or say, for example, my inner critic has a little freak out at the moment. And then this will help detach a bit us from our inner critic and from the voices in our heads. What also could help is maybe imagine a name for it, imagine how it may look like, where it is, on our shoulders, in our head, where it is, because that also helps to make it more tangible and to detach it from ourselves. And the best way to deal with it is, because it will never go away. Yeah, it will always be there, and it will never, yeah, resolve itself or so. But we just have to learn to live with it and to treat with it, and to make sure that we take our own choices in life, and that we are not led by our limiting thoughts. And the way we can do it, for example, is by by labeling it. It already helps, and also by looking at it as a little child that has a nervous breakdown, and the way we would treat that child is not by hatred or by screaming, yelling at the child, "Shut up, I don't want to hear it anymore." That doesn't help usually in those situations. The only thing that help is maybe going there with love, with compassion, with patience, and listening to what it has to say, because it will tell us that it wants to protect us. It's unsure, it wants to be safe, it wants the best for us. And if once we realize that, and we can thank the voice, and say maybe things like, I know you want the best for me, thank you very much, I have us covered, I will protect us both, so don't worry. And then that will help already to go away, or to be able to focus on other things, on what our hearts tell us instead of what our thoughts tell us. Another way is maybe imagining that you are turning on a volume button on a radio. So you just turn off the volume of the voice, or you ask the voice to leave the room, or you leave the room yourself. So these are just little tricks which we could do to get the voice out of control. And I'm experimenting with these methods, and I have to say, for example, the day before yesterday, I couldn't access this method. I was too much in my head, but I will pay attention to it more in future, and I'm curious how it will go. If I will manage to detach myself from my thoughts in that moment when I feel that I have self-doubt. If you have any other good tips or tricks, please let me know, because I want to try them out as well. And what I also wanted to say, if you would like to make sure that you don't miss out on any videos of the daily videos that I will post in future, or from the past, then please go to my YouTube channel, 100 Day Journey, and subscribe, and then you will get a notification once I upload a new video. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.